Hello again, my name is Gabe Zollner. Well, this is the 18th of March 2014. There's a lot going on, and everyone's talking about the Malaysian Flight 370. Rush Limbaugh is, I guess, as frustrated as I am with all of these talking heads that are totally clueless when it comes to aviation, and they've got all these grandeur ideas. Every one of them. You know, I picked up a little bit of Greta Van Strusten, and she was aware, and she talked about the ELTs, the electronic locator transmitter. And as I had stated a few days ago, I actually sent the videos that I did on the ELTs to Fox News. I sent it to 4 of their talking heads. I sent them 3 of those videos. And maybe that's why Greta was talking about it this evening. I don't know. But then you got Megyn Kelly, and now she's saying, well, there's still a chance that there was a fire. And then they show you a 777 on fire at a gate. And they talk about this is really great that it was at the gate, it wasn't in the air, blah, blah, blah. It still comes back to the ELT. If that airplane did in fact have a mechanical issue and blow up or burn or run out of gas, the ELT would have still gone off. I don't know why they keep doing this to themselves. And it's getting real frustrating. I know they all want viewers and they all want people to tune in to get the latest and greatest, but they're not telling the truth because they don't know the truth. One of the things you're taught as a pilot, if an emergency takes place, the first thing you do is you aviate. You fly the airplane. That's the first thing you do. The next thing that you do is you communicate. And then you navigate. That's what you do. If there was a situation that developed on that aircraft, they would have done what? Well, the first thing they would have done is they would have made certain to fly the airplane. They aviate. Then what would they have done? They would communicate. They would let the world know that they've got a situation. The pilot's responsible for all of those passengers, their lives. So he's going to let whomever he can know that they've got a situation. That isn't what happened. What happened was the co-pilot says good night to one of the controllers, and then the plane makes a sharp left-hand turn that they've determined was pre-programmed. So why don't you stop talking about the Malaysian flight? Start talking about something else. Okay? Because you're making fools out of yourselves because no one knows. And what you do know doesn't make any sense. If that plane would have crashed, the ELTs would have gone off. What do we know? Well, we know the captain in his flight simulator had 5 long runways that he was probably practicing approaches on. That's what we know. And I got to believe if he left that information, they also know more information as to where he probably went. Because if that information was on the flight simulator, I got to suspect so were the routes that he was going to fly. This is ridiculous. Stop talking about things you don't know. All right? Again, if there's a situation that develops on the flight deck, what's the first thing that they do? They aviate. What's the second thing they do? They communicate. What's the third thing they do? They navigate. You got it? It doesn't go in any other order. That's what every pilot is trained to do. Now, none of them did it because they're terrorists. I shouldn't say they. It might have just been the captain. But that's what happened. They're terrorists. And what do terrorists do? They inflict terror onto the world. That's what they've done. They couldn't be any more pleased. Allah is so grateful that they took 239 lives in all probability. The more people that you kill for jihad, the greater the reward. That's how that cult operates. So stop talking about things that you don't know what you're talking about because it's making you look like what you are, which is stupid. Megyn Kelly knows better. Now, if Juan Williams was saying all these things, I could understand that because he's brain dead. She's not. And when you make statements that you don't know what you're talking about, you look pretty darn stupid. At least Greta picked up on it, probably because of the emails that I sent them. I sent them my videos. I sent it to O'Reilly. I sent it to Megyn Kelly. I sent it to, who else? I'm just getting frustrated. I sent it to 4 of their talking. Oh, Cavuto. I sent it last night. And today they're talking about it. And then they still go back to this stupidity about, well, 777 burning on the ground. Oh yeah, well, so what? If that plane had an issue, it didn't just disintegrate. They would have communicated. First thing they would have done was they would have aviated. They would have flown the aircraft. That's what pilots are trained to do. That's what I was trained to do. That's what I would do. It didn't happen. And no matter what excuses you want to come up with, if that plane would have crashed, the ELT would have reached out and communicated with the satellites as to their exact location. That never happened because the plane is stashed in a hangar somewhere in the Middle East to be used as what? To be used as a delivery platform of what? I think of radioactive material in a dirty bomb. And you know, I've said this, and I hate thinking that this happened. There's a reason that plane went to that altitude. It killed everybody without a mask instantly when he depressurized it. Anyway, I'm getting tired of going in a circle. Stop talking about things that you don't know what you're talking about because it makes you look like you're really stupid. Got it? Good.